welcome to the Conversations in Colons podcast. I'm your host, Damien, with my co-host, Jared.
Hey, what's up?
And we're back for a second week in a row, after last week's good episode. Thank you guys for listening.
It's weird that we're back,
I know. First segment is a new one, Jared. Go ahead and intro this new segment.
All right, so as I had mentioned last week, we are now of age, able to do the alcohols, and by finally being ready, I mean this bitch over here is finally ready. So
yeah,
we're gonna do a thing. I'm not really sure if we're gonna do it at the beginning every time, but fucking wing it. So this week, my brewski or cold one of choice it is Maschiado di Asti.
I know what that means.
Mosquito
juice.
It is just a wine that my girlfriend is fucking addicted to. Bought her a bottle of it for Valentine's Day, and she already had another bottle at my house before that, and it was open. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna drink it because I fucking paid for it with my money, and she hasn't touched it in a while. So that's my brewski of choice tonight. And I'm too lazy to get a glass because I am, and I'm just drinking it straight out the bottle. So bottoms up. Damien, how about you?
I am drinking Jack and Coke. Just something slight. I was gonna grab White Claws, but I thought I'm not that gay.
Oh, yeah.
So, every week we'll try to do something different every week, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like if we're gonna default, mine will absolutely be Jack and Coke because I literally keep a fucking massive thing of Jack right here in my fucking desk drawer.
Yep.
It's so that might have to be the default, but we'll see what we end up doing.
I'm not a big fan of beer, so it
neither am I, but I still think we should try to buy something new every week and just try it, even if it tastes like ass.
Might get Corona next week.
Corona, not too bad. If you're gonna get Corona, go for the Corona Premium. My neighbor loves that shit.
Yeah, it's a lighter beer, so I probably like it.
Yeah. Doesn't taste like piss water like a Bud Light.
Oh, Bud Light's disgusting.
Bud Light is not even alcohol.
My sister loves Bud Light, and the last time she came out here, I tried it, and I just literally wanted to puke as soon as I tasted it.
Yeah, it's nasty as fuck,
bro. You get used to taste. Yeah, I don't want to get used to piss.
Yeah, I don't want to get used to what is essentially just hot garbage.
Yep. All right, so next, subject. I wanted to go over this real quick because I didn't make a video on it, just because I don't have that many thoughts to say on it I think can make a video. So Justin Bieber's new album just came out called Changes, and I wanted to do more music reviews on my YouTube channel, but when I was listening to it, there's not much going on. There's not enough going on to where I can critique it and then also give its props. Like Selena Gomez's album, I had a lot I felt a certain way about that album. Like that album pissed me off in some portions, and then I liked a lot of portions on it. And same thing with Mac Miller's album. I had a lot to talk about just because I haven't liked his recent albums, and this one I actually liked. This album, this is such a bland, just mediocre album.
Doo-doo album.
So Justin Bieber's last album, Purpose, I actually really liked. I think it was one of the best albums, if not the best album that year. Because one, it was very emotional. Obviously, he was talking about Selena Gomez and probably some other girls he was fucking at the time. And stuff like that. He had songs like Sorry, What Do You Mean? Yeah, What Do You Mean?
For party rocking.
So I feel like that album is that's the album you think of when you think of Justin Bieber. This album is just nothing but repetitive ass fucking choruses that don't have good beats behind them and are obviously made for the radio, which I guess if you're making an album, it's smart, but there's no real substance to this album. Nothing's really going on emotionally. I think thematically there's nothing. So I didn't feel like making a video because it would have been fucking 30 seconds of me just saying it's mediocre. It's a 5 out of 10. I think Selena Gomez's album's better, so 1 point for Selena. Also, that stupid Yummy song stuck in my head.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But I can't sing it because copyright. But
good, I don't want to know.
Yeah, so real quick, I know people probably expect me to do a Justin Bieber video. I'm just gonna do it here. That's my review. 5 out of 10. Don't listen to it. It's not that good. If you like it, that's on you. You're allowed to have your opinion even if it's wrong.
Yeah, you're allowed to be wrong.
So, the next thing I wanted to talk about real quick, I wanted to do the CDL London predictions Jared, I know you want to be a part of this because you don't know anything about the teams. The Call of Duty League, I am very much into it. I watch it constantly. I can hear you blowing into your bottle, you little fucking bitch. So I watch this stuff all the time. I keep up to date on it, and so each time I kind of make a prediction myself, and I bet with one of my teammates. But so I'm gonna go ahead and bring my predictions on the screen. I don't know if you can see it very well. Hold on, there we go. Okay, so Group A, I have the London Royal Ravens 3-1-ing Florida. I don't like Florida at all. I think Pristini is their only solid player. For right now, I just don't think they fit good as a squad for this game. I think they start out really slow in S&D, and I don't care for that. I think S&D means more in this game than any other game. I have Atlanta. I didn't put a thing here because I'm not too sure. But I feel strong in Atlanta 3-1-ing Optic Gaming. Atlanta is obviously that strong team. Their search game is fantastic with the Tiny Terrors of Simp and Abizi. And those players are always just going to step up and respawns like Domination and Hardpoint. So I think Optic will get the first search and destroy. But I think Atlanta's going to take that Hardpoint Dom and the respawns after that. So then we have London versus Atlanta. I think it's going to be the same thing. I think Atlanta wins all the respawns, and I think London gets the search. I feel like London is going to be one of the best search teams. Even though the past 2 weekends they've kind of been rough, I just feel like Dylan and Wuskins are going to step up their game. I think Atlanta's going to be pretty slow at search. I feel like if their SMGs die, so we're talking about Simp, and I feel like if he goes down, the team really suffers. And even if he's having a bad game, if you look back last year at his E United days, they lost a lot of maps because he was having bad games, and the teams don't know how to flow because of how aggressive he plays, and he really puts his team out of the map sometimes. So I think one's going to capitalize on that, and I think they'll be able to counter him and search. Now, respawns, he's going to be able to get right back in there and control, obviously, the hard points. He's going to be controlling people rotating, so I think he's gonna really thrive right there. So I think they win all the respawns, and Priesta I think is one of the best flex players in the game right now. So then obviously Atlanta goes into the semifinals. I think Optic Gaming versus Florida. I do think Optic Gaming 3-0s Florida. Once again, I'm not a big fan of Florida. Dashy, Kenny, TJ Haley, I think is a strong enough trio to win them most maps against most teams. I think they're better than a lot of teams like Seattle Surge, even though Seattle Surge is my favorite team. I think they're better than the New York Subliner. So I think Optic Gaming just on those three alone would win. And then also you have JCap, who has so much experience in Call of Duty. It's insane. So you can't lose with those guys, really. I do have them losing, though, in the loser brackets finals. I have them losing to the London Royal Ravens 3-2. I think the Ravens take both SMDs, and I think they take the Domination. What I've seen of Optic, they start off really slow, and in Dom, you just can't do that considering it's 2 rounds, and they just lowered the time limit. So you just can't do that against this team, and I think Dylan's really going to step it up this time. Going up against Kenny, who hasn't been that strong of a player this year like he was in Black Ops 4, I think he's just going to shred it. Now we're going to Group B real quick. We'll go over this real quick. I think Paris win against Minnesota 3-2. I think Paris wins both searches, and they win the Domination again. Kismet, always flanking around, is that strong player, and Denz has been a very solid player so far this year. I think Chicago 3-0s Toronto. Toronto just doesn't have the talent with Methods and other people like that. They just don't. I don't think they can keep up. I think Envoy, Arstes, and Gunless right now are looking fantastic alongside with Scump. Formal's kind of being formal. He's, doing his best. But I think right now Envoy is the best player in the league. And when he's on your team, I think you're going to 3-0 most teams that are in the bottom tier, like Minnesota, Paris, and Toronto, and New York. So then obviously Paris versus Chicago. I have Chicago 3-0ing Paris. Once again, Paris might get a search off of them. They might get a hard point off them like they did last event. I just don't see it happening right now. If Envoy keeps playing the way he's playing, it's just going to be a clean sweep. Then I have Minnesota beating Toronto Ultra. I think Minnesota just has a stronger lineup. I know Toronto has 10 players on their team. They're kind of working with how their teams can be laid out. So I think that's going to be a chemistry issue. And I just think they're going to have a bad tournament in general. So I think Metals being replaced is a mistake. He was obviously one of their best players in the first weekend, so I would have kept him. And then Paris versus Minnesota, the repeat from the first round. I think Minnesota beats them 3-2. I think they win every single respawn, and they lose both S&Ds. So now the final four are Atlanta versus Minnesota, Chicago versus London. I think Atlanta 3-0's Minnesota. The talent's just not there, and I think Minnesota, once again, their dom's the weak point. I think this team, I just don't think they know what they're doing, especially with how many people they're swapping out of the lineup and potentially people being swapped out. I think it's going to ruin the chemistry. They're going to get absolutely smoked. Now, Chicago versus London Royal Ravens. I think London Royal Ravens is probably the third best team in the CDL, maybe fourth behind Empire. Obviously, Empire's lost to Chicago 3 times, so you can't really blame them for being bad like they've been. But I think London's going to really take it to them. I think London's going to win the Hardpoint and Dom, and I think it's going to come down to the 2 searches that Chicago's going to win. I think they're probably the best S&D team in the league. So yeah, then the final will be Atlanta versus Chicago. I'm not a fan of Atlanta against Chicago. I don't think they stack up well. I think when it comes to maps like Azir Cave, if that's what they play for Hardpoint, I just don't think you have the AR power to go up against Arcides, and even Gunless if he's running the AR. Or sorry, it would be Formal. Arcides and Formal, they're just too strong. They're going to lock it down, especially in back cave. I just don't think Atlanta has a chance at Hardpoint. S&D, if it's stuff like Piccadilly or Gunrunner, I would have to give the edge to Atlanta because it's more an SMG dominated map. But after that, I think Chicago just wins all the respawns. So for CDL London, I have Chicago winning. So we did that real quick. So yeah, just want to get my Call of Duty talk. I'll probably do that every time there's an event. But yeah. All right, Jared. So to bring you back into the conversation, so I was on Facebook, and the place I worked at, Dan, who you'll be hearing from in a little bit, posted a thing about Toby. Who is the better Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland?
Mm-hmm.
And eventually it came down to 50-50. Like, it actually came down to 50-50. But at the time when I started commenting, it was fucking like 64 to like 30 or 40 or whatever, like for Holland. So I commented, and I was like, sorry. Like, I don't get why people think Holland's so good, because he's not. And so I'll go over this interaction I had with the guy. So I put on there that most people voting in this are wrong. Tobey movies are superior, and his interpretation of Spider-Man was better. I don't think it's too far of a reach to say that Spider-Man 1 and 2 is better than Spider-Man Homecoming Far From Home by far. And I won't go into the Spider-Man parts as much because then I'll be here for an hour. But I just think Tom Holland isn't Spider-Man. He's Spider-Boy right now. So this guy commented to me, he said, Toby's Weenie Parker was garbage compared to Holland. And I said, oh, yes, because Tom Holland crying in Endgame holding the Infinity Gauntlet because he is scared is so manly. Put some respect on Maguire's name.
Jesus.
So, I don't know why I wanted to bring this up, but I just wanted to put it out there. Like, Tom Holland is not as good as you people think. Like, he's not doing enough to carry that Spider-Man name well. He's doing a bad job at being Spider-Man, and I don't appreciate his work. He should be fired from Spider-Man. I would prefer to see a lot of other people. And honestly, I could care less about Spider-Man Far From Good 3 or whatever they're going to call it. I don't even want to see it, to be honest with you. I don't. That's how I feel. I just wanted to bring that up. All right, Jared. So I gave you this question earlier. It is very simple. And we can go into a few games. So let's say you have a friend who's trying to get into video games. He's never played them or whatever. What game or series would you recommend for a first-time player into video games?
So I really thought about this, and it depends on a lot of different things. There's a lot of different variables you have to throw into it, like what his preference of gaming is, and also what console he might be on. Or platform, I should say. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume that this person is starting up a PC that he can play like Xbox games on PC, and not including PlayStation at all. So it's like a current day thing, and he is into I guess he's kind of like into first person shooters a bit. My recommendation would be to try out Battlefield. More than likely, I'd say Battlefield 4 would be a game like start with that, see how you like it. If that's too complex, it's too much for you, start with a campaign, then work to the multiplayer. If that doesn't work out, then I would say start with a Call of Duty game. Probably not Modern Warfare because it is a little bit different from old Call of Duties. I'd say start with an older one first. And I mean, if you can even access an older one from PC, I'm not sure how that goes anymore. But I would recommend something like that. But if he isn't into the realistic kind of first person shooter, if he's into more like sci-fi stuff, maybe even more like a solo type thing, I would say try out Halo. Maybe that would be more your thing. Like it's a little bit different multiplayer, and also if you're only in it for the story, then you've got a better story than a Call of Duty game has, or most Battlefield games have. That being said, if I was that would be if I'm recommending like a multiplayer or a co-op game. If I'm recommending a strictly single player game, I think that I would have to recommend, depending on their playstyle, if they're looking for some kind of like fighting first person game, I would say for like a story driven game, I would say to try out either Metro or I have completely just lost it, Skyrim. I would say to try out one of those two games. If they're looking for more of a laid back kind of hangout, nothing that too hardcore, but still looking for like that solo gameplay, I would say try out Legend of Zelda or Pokemon, because both of those are, pretty good. But if he's just looking for an overall anything, like I'm just looking, tell me your favorite game right now, or tell me the best game that you think I should try, I would genuinely say that he should probably lean towards something like Witcher, Titanfall, or like Rocket League, somewhere in that realm, because those are all easy games. Like Titanfall, super easy game, mix of Halo, mix of Battlefield, mix of Call of Duty, just like a whole nice like little its own genre, but also has a decent campaign like Titanfall 2. Rocket League, because I don't know if they're more sporty and they're like into cars, maybe try that. And Witcher, because I mean, if they really want to know my favorite game that they should just go into trying gaming for the first time, I would say Witcher would be a perfect introduction to the gaming world.
Yeah, for sure. That's how I kind of came at it. I came at it more of the mindset of like, what game is going to teach you the most things so that you can play other games. And this isn't my game that I went with, but I instantly actually thought of Madden. Because with Madden, you have to learn, first off, the buttons of the controller, or if you're playing on keyboard, the keys. Mm-hmm. You can move the players, so you can learn how to use analog sticks. But for me, it would be, if somebody asked me, hey, what's a game? I've never played anything. What's a game I should play? I would say Dead Island. I say Dead Island because, one, you're using all the buttons. You have to learn how to inventory manage. You can build weapons. It's an open world game, which almost all games are nowadays. It's zombies, and who doesn't love zombies? And the main thing is that game has melee and shooting mechanics, so you can learn to shoot things through that game. So if you wanted, let's say you were a little hesitant of playing Call of Duty because you don't know what you're doing, you buy Dead Island, you can learn how to shoot on that game, and you miss, so what? You have millions of bullets or whatever. But I do agree. I think if somebody just asked me, hey, I'm buying a game for the first time, what game should I buy? If they're asking my favorite game, it'd be The Witcher 3 immediately. I think BioShock Infinite's another good one to do, just because of the story, and that's a very good story-driven game. If they're on PlayStation, I'd probably tell them Spider-Man, just because it's a game anybody can play, kids, dads, moms, whatever. Xbox, I mean, Halo. I think Halo is always a great starting shooter. It's very slow-paced in a lot of ways. And you can really like get your accuracy on point in that game, because if you don't hit headshots, you're losing in that game. So yeah, I think those are my options for that.
I thought of one more thing. If they're looking for a super competitive aspect, they're like, oh, like it's my first time getting into gaming, but like I've watched a lot of gaming. I'd be like, try Rainbow Six if you want to be competitive.
Yeah, I think Rainbow Six would be a good option. It depends on what he's playing, though. If he's playing mouse and keyboard, I probably wouldn't even tell him Rainbow Six. Like, if he's playing on PC, I don't know.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? That'd be an interesting video to watch somebody like who's never played video games try Tarkov.
I don't even want to watch a video of me playing Tarkov.
I should get my mom to try to play Tarkov. Could you imagine? It'd be entertaining as fuck.
I mean, I guess.
You know, that's an interesting question though. I don't think there's many people out there who like don't play video games anymore. I think obviously the video game industry makes more money than movies, music, and stuff like that now. Like, I always feel like we're the minority. Like, I hate to say the word gamers, but like people who play video games.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I always felt like we were like that third kind of offset thing, but now we're like the king. Like, we're on top. And it's weird to think about, but there's people now who like, I think it's probably less than 5% of the world, unless you're like poor or you live in like, you know, Africa, because they don't have access to certain things like that. Like, if you live in those certain countries, like, it'd have to be less than 5% of people who haven't played like a video game in their life. Interesting question. Jared, do you consider mobile, like, if somebody says I'm a mobile gamer, do you look at them like a gamer?
It depends on the game. Because if they're like, oh yeah, no, like I'm a mobile gamer, I'd be like, well, do you do anything else? And they're like, oh yeah, no, like I play on the Xbox and stuff too. Just like I
let's just say strictly mobile.
Well, no, I mean like
all games, Candy Crush, PUBG to Castle,
I don't think that they're going to be able to be classified as a gamer. I think that that's just a game on your phone. Like, it's just like, it's pastime.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
It's like playing a Flash game on a computer at school. You're not a gamer. You're just playing some stupid little game.
Those Flash games are so fun though.
I know, right?
The zombie one that we would play. Oh my god. What's the best mobile game you've ever played in your life?
Best mobile game I've ever played in my life? Oh, dude. That's tough. I'm gonna go with either an old ass game called Doodle Army, Garula Bob, 8-Ball Pool by Miniclip, Pokemon Go, a game called Top Drives, or Hearthstone Mobile, because I didn't realize that Hearthstone was on PC. I found it on mobile.
Yeah. I like Scribblenauts. Played that when I was younger.
Never played it.
And then I played a lot of Clash of Clans.
Yeah, it wasn't when I was into it. Clash of Clans was good.
There is one
fucking Fruit Ninja.
Yeah. When I was younger, I played the basketball one where you had to like angle the basketball correctly to get it in. That was just a pastime game, but that's one.
Yeah.
I still have it on my phone because I play it often. Where is it? The fuck is it? What is it? Geometry Dash.
Temple Run.
Temple Run's a good one, yeah. But Geometry Dash is the one I play.
There was a game that I was into for almost like 2.5 years, called Star Wars. It's like Star Wars Heroes, I think, something like that. And it's like a little strategy
like MMO RPG one or whatever. Or no, that's Old Republic, yeah.
No, I don't know. It's a fun little game though. You like get a character, unlock them, level them up. It's really cool.
Yep. Well, it's kind of it for this week. Besides our last kind of thing, anything else you want to go over? Nothing. Oh, actually, I do have one more thing I want to go over. I entered you and me into a contest.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, me and you. You and I. So
what are you fucking talking about, man?
Nvidia came out and they are releasing an exclusive 2080 Ti Cyberpunk edition. There's only 77 of them, and It was on Twitter, and all they said is tag your friend and use this hashtag. So I tagged you in it, and I used the hashtag. So hopefully we win those.
We'll each win one?
We'll each win one. And there's only 77 in the world. It's bright yellow. I'll probably just sell it for thousands of dollars, but yeah.
I don't think we'll win, but that's cool.
Hey, have faith. What the fuck?
Okay.
You think fucking people who won the lottery think they're gonna win? No.
Yeah, everyone who plays lottery thinks they're gonna win.
I know. My mom's like, I just have a feeling we're gonna win one day. And it's like, okay.
Fuck me. There's a pain in my side right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, it hurts. Anyway, I did have a few things to say before we get into our last topic.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, so things we've been doing since last week, because
more
one thing. Yeah, I was gonna say one thing has not changed except for a little bit. We've been playing Call of Duty, but we're CDL out. Was CDL last? Was the CDL playlist out last week when we recorded or no? Didn't it start Friday?
I think it started Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. So we record Wednesdays. It comes up on Fridays. So when you guys were listening to us, we were probably already doing the CDL playlist in Call of Duty, but when we recorded it, we were not. We've been doing a lot of that, and it's actually been kind of fun. I hate to say it. I've been like actually getting a little bit better at Call of Duty. You can ask Damien here. There were a couple of rounds where I actually like clutched it around and like had an ace, and I was like, I did good, and I was very proud. And then there were other games where I literally had 0 kills, but still did better. 0 kills and 2 deaths, and the person on the bottom of the other team had 0 kills and 10 deaths. So I felt like I did a lot better than another person. So it doesn't matter.
What's so great about the CDL playlist is it brings me right back to the 360 days.
Yep.
Not saying this is a good thing, but people screaming the N-word, people calling you trash and not backing it up.
Trash talking is horrible.
If you were there. I don't know if it was just me and David.
Yeah. No,
but
maybe not with you guys, but I experienced it with other people.
Well, no, I'm saying for this one certain thing. So we were playing we were loading into Arklov Peak, CDL Surge and Destroy, and this guy was talking trash, and I was talking trash back. I would consider myself a top 5% player. I think that's fair. Okay. I've been top 1,000 in Search and Destroy for every single Call of Duty game besides Infinite Warfare, because I didn't play that game. But I worked my way up there. So I'm very confident in myself, and I like to call people out when they're, obviously trash. So this guy before the game was talking and saying that he wants to bet money on this game, and he kept saying, "Send me your Venmo."
I was here.
Yeah, send me your Venmo. Send me your Venmo.
I'll give you $100 if you beat us.
Yeah,
and what I don't remember exactly the score, but I'm pretty sure they had us like 5-3, and we came back and won 6-5.
No, it was 6-3. We won.
Was it? Yeah. But it was like we at the end, they didn't say a fucking word, and you were like, "Where's my money, bitch?" And he goes, "Shut the fuck up." I'm like, "No, where's my $100, you motherfucker? You said you were gonna give it to me if I beat your ass, and I beat your ass." You're like, "I'm top of the leaderboard. Where's my money, you fake motherfucker?" And he's just like, "Shut the fuck up, pussy. Shut up."
So before we loaded to the game, I'm like, "All right, I'll take the $100 bet," and he goes, "Bet." So we spawn in, and we spawn closer to Trench. So
also, we weren't on Arklov Peak for that. We were on Caves when he bet.
No, we were on Arklov. I specifically remember it.
Maybe maybe we played another game with him.
I have it recorded.
Oh, okay.
You just can't hear my voice in it. Because OBS. So we spawn near, we're obviously defending, so they have to plant. And so whenever we play Arklov Peak, I like to run a sniper at AX50 and watch the trench there. So I go there and right off rip kill the fucking guy that was talking trash. And I can hear him immediately going, "Oh, he's using a fucking sniper." And I just went, "Yeah, pussy, I am." And I think I dropped like 12 kills. I'll have to go back and look. I think I dropped 12 kills and he dropped like 3. And me, David, and Jared were on the top 3 in the leaderboard, but I was on top. And yeah, as Jared said, as soon as the game ended, we 6-3'd them. And I start talking my shit. And he goes, "I'm not giving you your money. You're still dog shit." And it's like, I just fucking destroyed your whole fucking team. And you're calling me dog shit. But what I hate about Call of Duty this time is people who are trash still talk shit. Like, you could go 100-0 on people, and they could go 0-100, and they're still gonna call you trash. And the main thing that we're dealing with now is, okay, so there's a difference between pubs and CDL. Pubs is your normal people, whatever. Go use whatever you want. But it has been so often that I'm in the CDL playlist, and Jared's heard it too, and people go, "You're using it on 4. You're bad."
Yeah,
we're in the competitive
specifically
playlist.
The past 2 days, it's been really heavy, like to the point where every single match, completely different random people, and it was to the point where they're like, "Oh my god, these kids think they're good using M4s," and you're like, "Oh, are you kidding me?" And at one point, he said it again, and David's like, "Oh, really?" Because like it's being said so fucking much, and like I wasn't even using an M4 for most of these. And I'm like, dude, like now I want to use the M4 since they're bitching about it.
Yeah, and I mean, you were there. I yelled at that one guy pretty bad because, like, once again,
it was on Piccadilly, and you're like, "It's fucking competitive, you asshat," or something like that.
Yeah, so we're playing Piccadilly, and once again, I like to challenge mid Piccadilly, so I run up side buses if we're attacking or if we're defending. Sorry, on that side, and I challenge middle and I watch their scaffolding. So I'm killing all of them, and like obviously when the round ends, you can hear each other for that quick second, and he kept fucking saying shit about the M4, and so finally I had enough. It's like, we're in the CDL playlist. I'm trying to win because it's the competitive playlist. I'm using an M4 on your fucking ass because I expect you to use an M4. And listen, here's the thing. If you're one of those people that say, oh, you're using M4, you know how you counter an M4? You use an M4. Stop complaining about you dying. Just fucking get an M4 and kill the person. I don't think people realize this, but if you have better aim than somebody, you're going to kill them 99% of the time. Like, if it's an AR on an AR, right? Like, if somebody had the SCAR and I'm using an M4, if they hit me in the head before I can hit them in the head, I'm dead. Yep. But people just don't grasp that. And obviously, I think people are too confident in themselves now.
The only problem is if you use the extremely overpowered MP5, then it doesn't matter what you use, you're dead instantly.
MP5 is so fucking good. I think the M4 is better. Just because sorry, the alcohol is getting to me.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. So I do think the M4 is better, just because even though the MP5, so they did nerf the MP5 a little bit with its range. So I think, like, you know, on Gunrunner, there, when you go in the forest, you have that little side thing, and then there's blue crate. Yeah. If you're at the back of that side thing, you no longer 4-shot people. Which is nice. M4, you're gonna 3-shot them from that range, and then even up close, the M4 is fucking dirty.
Yeah.
Especially if you're running fucking the Corvus barrel with no sight. Oh, it's so dirty.
Here's what I'm gonna say. You know a gun is overpowered if I can pick it up and get 2 or 3 kills in a fucking match. Remember when we were getting our asses handed to us? We were outnumbered on what's the one that Arklov Peak with the trenches.
Yeah.
I was last alive. There were 4 of them. I jumped out a window and killed 3 before the last guy got me. That shouldn't happen when I'm playing. I am not good enough for that to happen in any circumstance at all, unless it's a custom match and I catch you guys off guard. But that shouldn't happen. And the fact that it did means that gun is overpowered. I should not have had that happen. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Call of Duty's, I gotta say, Modern Warfare, I actually really like it.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not too bad. I think I always prefer Treyarch games, and obviously that's when I'll fucking whore out the most. Oh, I'm on a GB team, which is nice.
Excuse me,
I don't think I've talked about that on here. I joined another Call of Duty team. At this current moment, we're 7-3 in Search and Destroy best of 3s. So we are doing a tournament Friday in the morning. So hopefully we win that. We're the best team going into that, if we're talking about record.
Nice.
But we so when I joined the team, the first team we faced was 29-3, and I fully expected to lose that, but we actually won that. It was it was Gunrunner Search. We won 6-4. It was Piccadilly. We lost, and then we played Azir Caves, and we won that 6-5. So obviously it was close, but we still won. So once we won that, I was like, okay, we can beat a lot of these like really good teams, and then we beat a team that was like 13-7, I think. So a solid team. We destroyed them. And then last night we did a best of 1. We won that pretty easily on Vacant.
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm doing that still. I'm trying to get back into the competitive scene a little bit. But yeah. Call of Duty's great. Cool. Doom Eternal comes out next month. I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So fucking excited.
So there been anything else you've been doing other than Call of Duty, or you literally just been maining that?
I've literally just been playing Call of Duty. Me and David talked about playing Fortnite.
Why would
the
you
new
ever?
Season comes out?
Gay.
And I've won in every single season of Fortnite, even before seasons were a thing. So I kind of want to keep that going. But no, I get my new monitor tomorrow, which is so fucking weird because I ordered it off of Amazon, and Amazon told me I wasn't going to get it till March 2nd. And when I checked their tracking, because you know they have tracking built into their app, they said it was in Illinois and it hasn't moved for a day. So then I go to FedEx and put in the same tracking number. It's in New Mexico. I'll have it tomorrow.
Damn.
So yeah, 1440p, 1 millisecond response time, 165 hertz. If you want to know the monitor, it is the Asus Tough Gaming VG27AQ. That is the name of it.
Damn.
$500 monitor right there, boy.
Well, speaking of new things, I guess I could talk about the new thing I got last Friday for Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
My wonderful pain in the ass girlfriend bought me a Nintendo Switch, even though I told her not to.
Hi, Rachel. I know you're listening. Hello.
Yeah, she listens every episode. So yeah, pain in the ass, love her to death. She got me a Switch, and of course, night we got it, we borrowed my little brother's Mario Kart 8, played some of that. It was fun. Next day we went out. I guess it was out for Valentine's Day because we opened it up, our gifts up the night before, but went out and bought Pokemon Shield almost immediately. Hadn't even owned the damn thing for 24 hours yet. And I bought a nice little travel case for it. Can hold 12 or 18 games, something like that. Holds extra little, what the fuck are they called? Joy controllers, whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Holds extra set of those, holds a whole bunch of other crap in it. Lovely little thing. It's Pokeball themed because I'm a Pokemon nerd. And I've had it for just about 5 days now, roughly, and I've already gotten 6 of the 8 gym badges on Pokemon Shield and high level Pokemon. But that's what I've been doing in between Call of Duty with Damien and David. It's been pretty neat. So yeah, I guess I have to thank my girlfriend for that, even though she shouldn't have got it for me.
I'm still growing my Spider-Man collection.
Yeah, didn't you get something new this week?
Yeah, I got Spider-Man Return of the Sinister Six on NES.
Okay, not what I thought you got. Never mind. I thought you got a new figure.
No, there hasn't been anything releasing yet. The Into the Spider-Verse stuff comes out later this year, which I'm grabbing. But
is that the movie that's out, or is that the new one that they've talked about?
It's the movie. So with a lot of those companies that make the action figures, like the ones I buy from, so like SH Figuarts and Mayfax, they wait till the movie's out and been out for a while so they can make like the most accurate version.
That's fair.
So they're finally releasing like their Into the Spider-Verse figures, and they're doing
that's cool.
They're doing Peter B. Parker and Miles. So I'm grabbing both of them. They're $80 a piece.
That's awesome. If they weren't that much money, I would get some.
Yep. Well, they're super. I mean, I have 2 of them, right? The SH Figuarts Spider-Man PS4 and the SH Figuarts Far From Home. And dude, the amount of detail and like the articulation, like it is insane. And all the accessories it comes with, it is fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, but $80 is still a lot. I mean, think about it this way: $80 for that. In comparison, you pay $80 to get a new set of the Joy-Con controllers for the Switch, which I was gonna do. I was gonna get a different color one for them. Yeah, they're $80, not happening. So that's what I mean. Like, it's a lot.
I recommend grabbing a Pro controller for the Switch.
What's that?
It's shaped like it's a wireless controller shaped like the Xbox controller. Because the Joy-Cons, because obviously I work in a mom and pop shop. For video games, they go out and drift very easily after like 4 or 5 months.
What do you mean?
So drifting means like you'll let go of the stick and they move by itself.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look up on YouTube, go to the forums. It's actually a major problem, and Nintendo still hasn't fixed it.
That's fucked. They probably just expect people to keep buying them then.
Oh, they do, because I have people coming in all the time, and instead of getting them repaired for $30, they just buy new ones for $60.
Interesting. I mean, if it costs less than $60 for me to ship them to you, maybe I'll have them repair them for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When that inevitably happens.
I mean, I know some people who doesn't. I was just saying, be careful.
Cross my fucking fingers it doesn't happen for me, and if it does, I will just buy a new set because I really want to get a pair of the orange and purple ones, or the green and whatever there was. So
yep.
Anywho, so unless you've got anything else to talk about, isn't there a special little finishing segment we have going on?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and intro it. We're calling this The Hangover, or sorry, that was going to be the name. We're going to call this Locker Room Talk, okay?
Okay.
Locker Room Talk, I'll get a jingle eventually, and I'll edit that in.
I just did it for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll record that, and yeah.
Locker Room.
So this is going to be the section of the show where we get dirty, sexy, grimy, hot, frisky, other words that sound and make us sound horny, I guess. So if you get easily offended, I'd probably stop listening. This is the section where we talk about, sex jokes, women, 9/11 jokes,
oh my
stuff
God.
like that. We're gonna go around, and I would like to have different people come on each week and kind of give us questions to answer. So this week we have Dan coming onto the show to give us some questions that me and Jared have to answer. And you have to answer them. There's no cop out. You have to answer them.
Okay.
So if you are a listener and you would like to come on the show, obviously you're on my YouTube if you're watching this. So just leave a comment and I'll personally DM you and we can go over the questions and have you on the show if you want. Hit us up on our Twitter, which is also linked down below if you want to be on it as well. This is going to be the part of the section. It's always going to be last. We're not going to do it every week, only if we have something to talk about. But I'll go ahead and get us into our first, I guess, little section of it. Okay, Dan, so I hear you have some questions for us. I know Jared would like to go first. So what?
Jared would definitely go first.
Yes.
I didn't volunteer to that at all. This is your thing, Damien. You can go first.
No, it's okay. You can go first. So Dan,
there's 3 questions, so I'll let you guys split it up.
Okay. So what is the?
So are we each going to answer each question?
Yeah, we can each answer. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I kind of want Damien to go on the first one, though.
Okay, I'll go
then
first.
Damien will go for the first one.
All right, what is the first question?
So some of these are dark.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out. And few rules with it. Nobody would ever find out.
Oh, wait, hold on. Why don't we intro? What's your name? That kind of stuff.
You don't need to know who the fuck I am.
Okay, that makes this even better. That's good.
Exactly. I'm actually friends with Damien. My name is Daniel. Been listening to your guys' show for like a year now, and now I'm here.
Yep. Now he's here.
All right. Hi, Daniel. Thanks for coming on to the show.
It cost me like $100 to get onto this show, but here we are.
You're not supposed to say that part.
All right. So with these questions, nobody would ever find out. So whatever question I ask you, the only people that would know is you and that other person. That's it. Guaranteed.
No.
No one would ever find out. So I want honest answers, not bullshit answers, things like that. All right, so the first one, you both get to answer, but I want to hear Damien's. How much money would it take for you to murder somebody? You don't know who the person is.
Ooh.
It could be random person from off the street, a murderer who's in prison. You don't know. You're given a gun, 1 bullet. They're walked out, set in a chair in front of you. How much would it cost for you to shoot them?
Fuck. Okay. So I imagine this is like it'd be somebody random, so hopefully somebody I don't know. So then the pain's a lot less for me, and then I enjoy the money more.
And with it, if you don't complete it, they get to shoot you.
Oh, fuck.
So you have to do it.
Okay.
Or you die.
How much money? How
much money?
If it's somebody, I know you said it could be anybody. So I'm coming at it as like, if it's somebody random, it would be like 500 million. I'd be fine with that. Because at that point, that's so much money, I'd forget about the person the next day.
That is
if I need a few therapy sessions to like get through it, I have enough money to pay for that now. So
you would never find out who this person is. So in your mind, it could be a school teacher, could be a child rapist. You would never know.
Well, no matter what, there's gonna be a child rapist.
Even if we see on the media like, oh, this person's missing.
Nope, it would never show up on media. It would be no one would ever find out. Nothing would ever be leaked. No information out there anywhere.
Jesus Christ. And it is someone random. It's not somebody we know.
100. It's random. It literally, like I said, it could be a school teacher, a child rapist. It could be your sister, your brother. It's random. Everybody's name in the world is put in a hat. One random name is pulled out, and that's the person.
Oh, the probability is pretty much on our side then.
1 in 7 billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 500 million is a good point.
All right.
Jared?
What about you, Jared?
All right. Well, I'm going to start by saying initially when you said how much, my first thought like didn't even go into like over 100,000. That's what I was like. Oh, so I'm just like a shitty like black market hitman. So I don't know.
$8 and a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I was thinking. But like when you said like, oh, it could be literally anyone. So like it could be my mom. I don't even know it. And also the fact that since this is a made up scenario, I could pick any amount of money and I could have that the rest of my life. Like it's not you can't go past this amount.
Yeah, it's any amount.
That being said, I would probably make it like some unbelievable dollar amount, like I don't know, like 100 quintillion or some stupid shit like that. So after I kill him, if I find out, like if I, suddenly my mom's not around anymore, I can put in a shitload of money into resurrecting somebody. That'd be my answer.
That's not how this fucking works.
I'm just saying.
You can't
I'm just
pay to
saying.
do some fucking Native American ritual to bring back somebody.
Hey, honest answer.
Like-
If he's got like $600 quadrillion, he might be able to.
I mean, I
you
guess.
wanted my honest answer. There.
Realistic answer. I think 500 million is realistic. That's something somebody can get. Jared, there's not even like I don't think there's a quintillion amount of money out there right now.
There's an quintillion amount of times you should suck my dick.
Okay, bud. 500 million. That's my answer. Jared's is some godly amount of answer, so he could
100 quintil. Why not?
Do some fucking juju shit and get somebody back.
If it's somebody I care about, if it's like, oh, everyone in my life is still around, who fucking cares? I have an unlimited amount of money now.
But if it's somebody you don't like, even if you did it for 1 million, you still have a fucking ton of money.
Only $1 million though. I can't.
You say only.
Only.
I mean, like, look, $1 million's a lot of money, but if I can get any dollar amount ever,
I
there
think
were no
500
rules.
million's a good point.
There were no rules to this scenario, and you're giving me shit
Okay.
for picking an ungodly
I
amount
will.
of money.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
a
you.
crazy amount of money.
Next question. Fuck you.
Okay, from now on, you can't go over 6 billion. Okay.
Shut the fuck up. I'll do whatever.
Realistic fucking answer.
You're not making
Yeah,
the questions here.
At least come up with realistic amounts of money.
All right. 10,000 trillion.
That's not okay. Next question.
Next one. This one I want Jared to answer first, and I don't want you to take a lot of time to think on this one.
Great.
Yeah, that's how you know it's good. How much would it cost for you to blow another man
Oh shit!
to completion?
To completion.
To completion. He must finish in your mouth or on your face. Again, only you would know, and only that person would know.
Easy. Couple grand. I'm dead. You laugh. We've had these conversations at my D&D group all the fucking time. I mean, there are people. I'm not going to say the name, but this person is close to me, and they're like, yeah, I mean, if it's if they're going to give me a couple, like $100,000, $200,000, nothing crazy. It doesn't have to go to the millions. I'd say I'd even around $350,000. That's what I'd go with. Why not? Because I'm no cheap whore.
All right.
Okay. Could we choose which one he does?
Since it has to be a realistic amount of money, fuckers.
Okay, I do it for a cool million.
Million?
Yeah, I think because then I could pay the gay away.
Yeah, you got that right.
Like
you're only gay if you come.
He's coming in your mouth.
But you didn't.
You can choose to have him come on your face, A, and B, you didn't come, so you're not gay.
But are you really gonna make him come on your face?
Absolutely. I'd rather it be on my face than my mouth.
If you're gonna do it, you might as well go the full way and let him come in your mouth.
Yeah, Jared, he's already there.
If he's okay, 350,000 for on my face, 700,000 for in my mouth. And you know what? A cool 2.5 mil, and I'll swallow.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I'll swallow for an extra $1. I don't fucking care.
Oh, whore.
I know who I'm partying with.
Right? Jesus Christ. Alrighty, Dan, what's the last question?
All right, the last one. What would be the price for you to make out?
Wait, who's first?
You could both jump in on this one either time. I'm pretty sure Damien's going to jump on this one, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But what is the price to make out with your best friend of the same sex? Full tongue, full groping.
That I have to
for 30
pay
minutes.
To do it or not to do it?
How much money would it cost for you to do that with your best friend?
Give me some fucking lager and a chicken wing and I'm good. Now, if it's Jared, God, I would really hate myself.
There's a lot added in with that.
Yeah, because he would know.
I mean, you and Jared are best friends. I'm assuming you guys have been growing up since you were like 2. I assume.
Yeah, not that much, but yeah, close.
Yeah,
give or take 10 years.
I mean, you're going to give yourself, let's say, $1 million to make out. You have to live with that. You guys made out and touched each other's junk for the rest of your life. How is that going to affect a friendship? And what's that price worth?
That's why I said $1 billion.
If it's fucking Jared, it would have to be over 10 million.
If it's Damien, I'll go with $1 billion. This is the problem, because if we're not talking about present day, if we're talking about my past, like when Matt was still alive, I don't even know, because like if it's like I don't know, man. I'm just gonna settle on $1 billion. That seems pretty fair, because that way we have enough money. Let me put it this way: we can kiss and we can make fun of this for the rest of our lives, like getting drunk and make jokes about it, and have a buttload of money. Why not?
See, I've heard Jared hack and cough and
I don't
spit things
do that
out,
while I'm making out with people.
but it just that's all I'd be thinking about. Now,
You can ask Rachel.
my point, I have a best friend who's gay. His name's David. So
you'd rather do it for someone's pleasure? That's fucking gay.
I feel like it wouldn't be as awkward because he's not going to fucking bring it. Like, it's not going to be as awkward with him. Like, I don't know. I feel weird
But
about
then he's gonna fall in love with you since you finally made out.
David's already fucking in love with me.
But here's the thing, Damien.
He's just hiding the gay.
Yeah.
Have you guys made out?
David and him? Probably.
The
way that he talked. You didn't hear him the other night.
What that cost?
You did not hear him the other night. Damien was sitting here slurping, saying, "This is my tongue in your asshole." It was, so
yeah,
I don't even know.
I was doing that. Yeah.
I don't even know why he'd put a fucking dollar amount on fucking David. He should just. It's. I already get David's ass for free, so I'll take like $100 billion to fucking tongue Jared. That's the easy way out.
Gives me his friendship. That's enough for me. No,
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Jared, I would do it for like 10 million. David, I would do it for like 3.5.
Jesus.
David's worked his way around some women, so I don't know. I feel like it'd be better experience with David.
I mean, if you're gonna make out with somebody, might as well be somebody that's gay.
I
already.
literally pulled my tongue using it last time I was with my girlfriend. I just want you to know that.
Pulled what?
The little fucking thing on the bottom of my tongue. Hurt like a motherfucker
You
afterwards.
pulled your tongue?
Yeah.
So
Like
see, you don't
it's
get
a
that much
muscle.
tongue action. It's fucking not trained.
No,
your
it's
muscles
because
not
I
built.
used it for over an hour.
No, it's not
motherfucker.
built.
That's not yours. Isn't built.
Bro,
Fucking
you're
never
obviously
used it.
not training like me every night. This tongue from about 2 o'clock in the morning till about 5 is just fucking going.
Oh, that's right. You took out your two lower ribs. You can suck your own dick. Forgot about that.
Exactly.
Working on that tip action.
Hey,
I mean, if I could suck my own dick, I definitely would just stay home all day.
who needs women at that point?
I would never.
Now here's the question, Jared. If you could suck your own dick, are you coming in your own mouth?
First of all, not sucking my own dick.
No.
Second of all, not coming in my mouth or
Are you
probably
sure?
at all. Yes.
I don't know. You seem like a guy who'd like some cum in his mouth.
I don't. Not for free.
You're gonna pay yourself? What the fuck?
I'm gonna give myself $20 to suck my own dick.
No, it's just not happening that way. It's someone else's. A couple grand. Fuck it. A couple $100,000
You said a couple grand, so you're saying
I know. I
that
keep
this is
saying it wrong
achievable.
because I think we're thinking in millions here. So I keep saying a couple grand isn't like.
So you're
300
telling
grand.
me if I save up a couple grand, you're gonna fucking suck my cock?
I'm sorry, Robot Mike. Repeat that.
So you're saying if I save up a couple grand, you're gonna suck my cock?
Damien, if you were to give me, I don't know, $25,000, I'd suck your dick.
Damn, what can I get for like $6 and a cheeseburger?
Nothing from me, thank you.
Just a quick hand job.
I'll look at your balls sweatpants for $6.
Dude, I'll
and a
give you
cheeseburger.
$6 to look at my balls.
Okay.
Fuck,
And-
David shows me his balls for free.
and a cheeseburger, $6 and a
And a
cheeseburger,
Burger.
and I'll look.
And I'll look. Jesus Christ.
I think something that needs to be understood here is everything's negotiable. Everything.
Everything is negotiable. I think that's fair.
Even when someone's like, it's not happening. For a price, it would.
Oh, it's good.
Any girl who's like, I will never sleep with you, and I'm like, if I gave you enough money, you would jump on this dick faster than a fucking herpy.
You show up in a Lamborghini and they're all yours.
Well, fuck.
Money makes you look good.
It does. How do you think fucking Donald Trump
money.
got so many
Money
hot
makes you taste good.
How do you think I'm getting laid?
bitches? Jared, how come you're getting laid? You don't have money.
Ew, exactly.
I mean, you don't
Well,
look
he
good
does have
either.
a beard. That
Well.
beard probably helps a bit.
Just look
I
at the
don't know.
comments after this is posted, Damien. You'll figure it out.
Rachel, why Jared? You could have chose anybody else on this fucking planet. You chose him. Disgusting.
Yep. I mean, hey, you say that, yet who hasn't had anybody yet, Damien?
But I've chosen not to have anybody.
I mean, have you, or have you chosen because it's been so difficult to get anybody?
No, I've chosen because I like money.
I
Jared.
feel like you've chosen for the
Mhm.
first few that you had a chance with, like two unnamed women, and we'll talk about back here in Ohio. And then after that, it's just been a hard, dry road of fuck.
Well, I
Where
mean,
are they
after
at?
that, I haven't tried. To be honest with you,
Well, yeah,
I
but
can
still,
show you my text. I haven't tried.
Well, I know you haven't tried.
Listen,
There was a
Working
girl,
with them,
there was a girl
women literally
DMing your
throw
ass who was
themselves on
ready
it.
to jump in that dick, and you're like,
yeah, listen what
game?
Dan just said.
Look, at work, women, and I'm talking all ages up to the 40s and 50s, throw their titties on him, and he just kind of pushes it back, ignores it, and lets it go. The one woman that one day, holy fucking shit, she wanted your dick.
Oh yeah, dude. So this girl came in. She comes in a lot, and she kept bringing up that she was like single and just got out of a divorce or whatever.
Don't tap that regardless.
Yeah, I know. She had kids too.
So we know she puts
Yeah,
out.
you're not Cody Bowen. You're not going to go after a girl with 3 kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she puts out. But yeah. Yep. No, see, if women just didn't require me to spend money on them, like,
All right.
first off, let me just put this out there. I don't even like spending money on my own family.
Oh, I know. I've been hearing you bitch and complain about the gift you bought for someone that hasn't come in yet.
Did I tell you about that?
I've heard
Where
that as
my
well.
China order?
Well, first off, fucking coronavirus. No, USPS lost my package. I got my money back, but I called them and they lost it. They didn't know where it was.
Nice.
So I contacted Amazon, and the people, it was coming from China, so obviously they're a fucking wreck over there, but he's like, I'll give you your refund in 3 to 5 days. So, you know, I'm getting that $30 back. No, I'm a generous person. I just don't like to spend a lump sum. Like, I don't like going out to dinner. Like, because I sit there and think, like, I could buy a burger from Fry's for way cheaper.
But here's the thing: you don't like going out to dinner every once in a while.
No,
Why?
because I like
I've invited him out to go do things with me.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I like money.
Yep.
What? You're such a lazy bastard. Jesus Christ.
I'm very, I don't know, because even when I was younger, like I would spend money frivolously. Like if my sister gave me $20, like I had to spend that money now. But
I know. I remember us at the library where you spend the entire 20 on snacks and drinks.
yeah, like, but now it's like I'm so like conscious of what I'm spending.
It's because now you have bills to pay.
I know, it fucking sucks. Do you know how many fucking strippers I could have bought when I was like 16? Not paying any bills? Oh my god. I would have just spent it all. I don't care. But now it's like when I go to In-N-Out, it's like, well, In-N-Out's actually super cheap. I don't mind spending money there. But
It's also really good.
yeah, it's also amazing. But like, I don't even get Domino's that much anymore because their pizza's expensive. And it's like, well, why would I get Domino's when I can just get Little Caesars? Even though Domino's is like leagues better than Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Little Caesars is $5.
Yeah, like it's $5. Like for $10, I fed my whole family.
Yeah.
But yeah, money's an important thing to me. And I
Shocking
honestly,
since you bought yourself a new monitor.
well, yeah, but I got that for a very low price.
Oh, okay.
So I got money from my family for my birthday. So I technically got the monitor for like $100.
I see.
Yeah. Trust me, I didn't want to buy it. Like, even that $100 killed me because I was like, that's a lot of Spider-Man stuff I could buy real quick.
You're such a virgin.
But yeah.
If you still lived here in Ohio, your ass would be out a lot more often than you are.
I don't
out
think
there.
so.
No, David and I would have you out. Maybe not like crazy often, but like once a month at least.
Well, I think, yeah, if I was there, like, you guys probably be over. I'd probably be dead by now.
What do you mean?
Well, when I left Ohio, I was like super fucking depressed because one, you were being a little cunt, and we weren't talking at that point.
Which is half your fault, so
Mostly your fault. And I don't know,
good 50.
Shit just wasn't going right in Ohio. I'd probably be dead right now.
Yeah, I mean, good, because you know what, Damien? If you were dead, maybe I'd be dead, and everyone would just be happy right now.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm still fucking miserable.
Fuck you for making the choice to leave. Because you'd gone, I'd gone, David had gone, everyone would just be fucking happy.
I feel like people would miss David. Actually, fuck David.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
He still like will text me every now and then. He's like, I still hate you for leaving. And it's like, dude, like fucking move on. Like, I get it.
I gotta be honest, I don't even fucking think about it anymore. I'm like, if I ever see this fucker's face again, it'll be like a good 10 minutes, and I'm gonna be like, God, go away. It's better to talk to you over the computer.
That's how me and David were, like, when he would come spend the night at my house or whatever. Like, after like that 24 hours, it's like, God, go the fuck home. Like, what are you still doing here?
Like, who the fuck are you? Why are you in my house?
I gotta say, I never felt that with you, though. You were always like, yeah. I mean, I still fucking hate your guts, but it's like I can kind of deal with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys need therapy.
It's because I'm remotely competent. Not that David isn't, but a lot of
Are
people
you saying
aren't.
Dave's not competent because he's gay?
I literally just said
You're making fun of him because he's gay.
Yeah, fuck him. He's a homo.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You hear that, David? David, if you ever listen to this podcast episode, quit being a fag and just play Call of Duty with us more. Get good.
Yes.
Speaking of which, why don't we just fucking call this shit here and go play some COD?
I'm down for that.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm good for some Call of Duty.
Thank you for listening. New episode next week. We'll do more of this. And this has been the Conversation in Cold Ones podcast. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
And that's another episode for us, guys. Thank you for listening. Please make sure to comment, subscribe, follow, like, whatever. If you're on SoundCloud, it's follow, like. If you're on Spotify, you just add to your playlist, like, follow, whatever. iTunes, please leave us a review. And on YouTube, please like, comment, and share, and then subscribe to my channel, eventually Jared's channel when that comes out.
And if you guys want to follow us on social media, our Twitter handles will be linked in the description.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening.